Wake up! Okay, I woke up in the morning with a smile on my face. The alarm don't ring about it's third time of the day. My mama yelling through the door, my ass for sure still asleep. Guess it's time to...
Top of the morning. You guys hear the song? Well, this is Bree's Corner. I wrote some jokes over this past year, so I'm subjecting all of you guys to my comedy show. And if they don't land, then it's just Bree's Corner. And we just gonna keep this secret to ourselves. So, yeah. No, but it's gonna be like just some stories of like real life stuff that has happened to me. Things that I can actually look back on and like kind of laugh and stuff. So, like it was cool. Thank you guys for being here and letting me practice on you today. So, ever since my mom passed away, I've always felt this need of like, I need a lot of self-care, right? Like, I just spend money, take trips, get pregnant, and it's just like all these things that I just do so that I can keep this comfortable lifestyle. About a year ago, my uncle came out here from Virginia. I was feeling really lonely at the time. I was living with someone and everything was all peaches and cream for like 2-3 months. And then we start funking and then we just stop talking. So can you imagine like living out a lease with someone and y'all don't talk at all? It's a lot of tension in the household. So I was just like, I need some love around here. So my uncle come and visit me, and at the time I was having a procedure done where I had to get sedated. So Kaiser won't release you unless they know that you have someone to take you home when you are sedated, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. My uncle's in town. You know, he can come and take me. He gets here and I'm picking him up from the airport. I'm showing him around Oakland, showing him the high rises, the homeless naked lady at Lake Merritt, the glass where you can just get bipped at any time, anywhere, any place, you know, the gentrification, you know, just town shit, right? And so we're arriving up on Kaiser, Oakland. I'm like, oh, that's where you're gonna be taking me. So he goes, well, what is this procedure for? At the time, I didn't really want to talk about it in the moment, but I was like, different podcast for a different day. So he's like, okay. So the next morning, I don't know how we really got on the topic, but I was like, oh, like, it's not like I'm about to go get an abortion or anything. And then he's like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, what do you mean, oh my goodness? And he goes, because I thought that's what we were about to do. And that's when I knew that sex ed had failed us, because why did you automatically think that that's what I was about to do? So he was genuinely mad at me his first 24 hours of the trip because he thought I was about to go ambush him to take me to go get an abortion. I have been trying to get this appointment actually for like months now. And free game, if you ever have any issues with trying to do anything with Kaiser, you just tweet them. You just tweet and be like, Kaiser got me fucked up, and they will at you back. They will slide in your DMs, and they will actually like try to call you. I've done this like 3 times, so I know it works. And I have been trying to get this appointment, and this lady named Katina kept saying, oh, I'm gonna call you back. Okay, no, my boss is not here. He'll give you a call back. Okay, somebody's gonna reach out to you for like weeks and months, right? Just hella nigga shit. And so I finally get to my appointment. I'm in the lobby and I see somebody who I think is Katina. So I was gonna approach her and give this poor lady like a piece of my mind. I walked up and I thought about it. Katina looked like she had been fighting bitches all morning. And I was very humbled. And I was like, you know what? I don't even know know how to fight, to be honest. So if it go down, I've probably been in like 3 fights in my entire life, and I don't even know if I won them or not. So I was like, I'm a corporate girly. I'm gonna take this up with a little email with member services, and we just gonna play it out like that. We just gonna keep it a paper trail, right? I go in. I'm in this room. And it's like it's like a general room, but there's like these sheets divided in between. And I'm like, y'all breaking all kind of HIPAA laws because I can hear what's going on in the next sheet over. The nurses, they're trying to prep me, and I've never been sedated before, so I was very, I was scared. And so I asked the nurses, I'm like, what are you guys gonna give me? And she's like, oh, we're gonna give you fentanyl.
Oh.
I'm like, fentanyl? Fentanyl?
Like
fentanyl?
Right?
Like, what? Fentanyl is ruining people's lives and killing people. Like, and that's what y'all about to give me? So I didn't feel any calmer at all. And so the other nurse goes, well, it's just gonna feel like you had a little cocktail. Like when you wake up, you just had a little cocktail. So I was like, bitch, I don't know what kind of crack-infused margaritas y'all be sipping on in this ghetto-ass hospital, but I don't do crack. Crack is whack, crack is cheap. I make too much money to be smoking crack. Shout out to Whitney Houston. And to me, everything above weed and shrooms is crack to me. So anyway, I'm like, okay, let me say goodbye to my old life because I'm about to walk out here a fiend. So they roll me into the other room, and I have like my legs up, and then this light just like this was right over me, and it's all these strangers in the room. And then there's this guy who's about to operate on me who looks like he is Jesus. And he goes, before we proceed and we do your colposcopy, if we find something, should we proceed with the leak procedure? And you think, your legs up, drugged up, you think that this person is like being honest with you and telling you everything you need to know. So I go, yeah, sure. And then I'm like, okay, I got my legs up, strangers, lights. I could be a stripper. Like, I need something to fund my addiction now because I'm gonna walk out here a fiend now. So I go, all right. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead and proceed. They knocked me out. Cool. I wake up about 45 minutes later. Everything was cool. I went home, and that was that. I'm not a crackhead. I had healed up fine, and then I'm like, okay, well, when can I get it on? Like when can I get it on? I Google sex leak procedure. And so I scroll, and it says, women are not being told the truth about a leak procedure. Say click. And when you Google anything, they're gonna tell you you're gonna die. Obviously, when they operate on your cervix, and they found precancerous tissues on my cervix, so they had to remove that. So your cervix holds a lot of nerves, and naturally you lose some sensation after something like that happens. So I'm like, I gotta try this out. And I try to stimulate myself. It was a mental blockage, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I'm like, fuck this day. I'll probably never have sex again, never get to enjoy it again. Clearly, I have. And I go hang out with my friends. The next day, I was like, Brianna, you've been through a lot. Let's throw some self-care in there, right? So I go and I get a massage. I go into the other room. Everything was cool. And then she has me like this. So she has me. So this is her stomach, y'all. This is my head. And then she's like leaning over, and my head is in her stomach like this. And she's trying to get my glutes. And I'm like, this is not a good massage. So now I'm even more stressed out. There's a part where, when you get a massage, I don't know if you guys are massage getters, where they kind of pull your panties to the side, and then they get like the butt and like the glute areas. Corinne, you ain't never Corinne? You ain't get that one? Okay. Pull my panties to the side, it was like a little breeze. And then what freaked me out was she left the room. I'm like, my vagina is still out. And the doors clacked, so I'm like very concerned because who knows who's gonna come back in this room. And then she comes back with the hot rocks. So then she's like doing her thing, and then she like grazes my vagina lips, and I'm like, with the hot rocks? I've already been through enough. So then she do like some karate chop on my head, and it just turns into like a massage that a guy tries to give you, and he's trying to like speed it up and get some pussy real quick. It's turned into something like that. So we leave. I left the place, and then the receptionist damn near chases me down, and she's like, "Are you gonna tip?" Am I gonna tip? My vagina lips are hanging off right now. I probably have to go back to the hospital. Y'all need to tip me. Tip me. So I leave. And it must have been a good massage. I actually went home and wrote some of these jokes. So it wasn't too bad. I'm in a healthy relationship. And it's funny because the relationship that I'm in, he is 15 years my senior. So everybody thinks that you want to be with an OG until that he started doing OG stuff, you know? And I love him, but there's times where I want to be irresponsible, and he's like, no, why do you want to do this? And then it's just like goes into this whole mental breakdown. And then we talk about things that happened in the past, and he's just like trying to understand. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was young, dumb, full of cum. Like, I don't know why I did that, right? just chill out, please. I don't know. Okay, we here now. I'm responsible now, right? Also, being in a healthy relationship, it also brings a lot of things out of you if you are used to being like in not the best relationships. So sometimes I be kind of like not self-sabotaging, but like, let's see how far we can take this. It's not good, but it's just me as a person. I can go from like 0 to 100 sometimes, and then he's not like that. So we were coming back from a trip, and we were waiting for our Uber, and so the guy, he's putting our bags inside, and we had gotten to a disagreement on the airplane, and so we're still like kind of going at it in the parking lot a little bit. I'm just saying stuff to like get under his skin, like get a rise out of him. And then the guy, he comes, he puts our bags in the back, and I say, thank you. And he doesn't respond. So I'm like, okay, whatever. We get in the car, and then he turns around and he looks at us and he goes like this. And so I guess he was trying to tell us that he is deaf. So I was like, perfect time to finish this argument because I want to keep talking. We were at one of his friends' parties 2 weeks ago. We were watching a game, and he's like, it's like all these other OGs, and they're talking about stuff, and OG stuff. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, that's why I don't eat the vegetables that got the barcode number 4 on there, because those are bad. And I don't do fruit because that's too much sugar. I'm like, you don't eat fruit? As he's drinking and smoking weed, I'm like, you don't do fruit, but weed and alcohol is where you cross the line. And then what got me is he's like, yeah, that's why you're not supposed to be drinking that much water either. Like, you ain't supposed to be drinking like 4 ounces of water every couple hours. So I'm just like, I need y'all to get off social media and live real life, because I'm going to do what I want to do. As I have become pregnant, I've been very kind of insecure. Like, my body's changing. Our family dynamic is changing. We started off having a lot of fun. Now things are like, it's still fun, but now it's just like, damn, okay, we gotta buckle down and figure this out. So we go to a Giants game, and we're about to be around some of his peers and people that he works with, and he's like, wear some adult clothes. And I'm like, wear some adult clothes? So I'm 27, so I'm like still in my era where like I kind of want to dress in my early 20s and like, you know, but then I also want to dress like taken more seriously and sophisticated or what have you. So I'm like, how am I going to find adult clothes going to a Giants game? Like, what does that look like? So I go shopping, and then I find something to wear We get there. I go pick him up. This man has on jeans and a hoodie. And I have on a whole nice jumpsuit and a cardigan at a Giants game. I am Podcast Bree, and that was my set. Those were my jokes. Do it again. You guys drink and eat pizza.
Of course. Cheers.